Csodálom, és például a neolérik, itt kallólétos, kallói nem is tíbú. Lágés, valerelák, valerélekos, tisztes a homo. Good evening, how are you? We are here to help my people, the Crow people, and that's so that they will be healthy and well. And that is the reason why we do the work that we do. And so for this evening, I just want to thank you for inviting us to come and share with you about our work. I'm Alma McCormick, and I am the Executive Director of Messengers for Health, and I'm a member of the Crow Indian Nation.
I'm Suzanne. I'm a non-Indigenous partner in the Messengers for Health project.
And there we have a beautiful picture of our sixth-generation family, which just really exemplifies the importance of family and how we want to live long and be healthy to see the generations. Here we have a list of our team. As you see, many of us working together. A couple of our people are here, and also some of our students, which is the best part, is working with students, and our board, and our partners. And here, just speaking of rural, here we have again the state of our Montana, and just looking at the different 7 reservation sites and where the Crow Reservation is located, and thinking about it, I'm going to have Suzanne just share about it.
And we like to acknowledge the land that we're on here in Bozeman, Valley of the Flowers, which was a common area for multiple tribes to come into over time. So Alma and I started working together a long time ago in 1996, and we've been working in a type of research that's called community-based participatory research. This is a type of research that's a true partnership where students, academics, community members work together on every single phase and step of the project. We've worked in many different areas, including women's health, men's health, healthy relationships, and we currently have National Institutes of Health funded 5-year grant that's a randomized controlled trial of a community intervention where community members are leading groups with other community members who have chronic illnesses and helping with self-management. So flipping the script is reversing usual or existing positions. Our work flips the script on a lot of usual practices that were paternalistic and invasive in Indigenous communities, and we're working to flip that script. So tonight, we're going to show beliefs or practices that have been harmful to Indigenous communities, and then we're going to show you what we believe in and what we practice. As we're a participatory project, we're going to ask you to participate. So when we go like this, you're going to shout out, flip the script. So we'll practice it once together. Ready?
Flip the script.
Woo! Very good. Okay, so the first belief is that solutions to problems in communities are best found by experts from the outside. We believe research can be more beneficial when we
flip the script.
We believe that strengths, solutions, and expertise are in the community. One example of this is a community strength of the Apsalagat people is close kinships and close relationships and sharing stories and advice with each other. So with our first Messengers for Health grant, we utilized women in the community that other women turned to for support and advice, and they were our messengers. So we equipped them to go out into the community and talk about cancer screenings, talk about health education, and so utilize that natural strength.
Okay, the best way to identify health topics to work on is to analyze data and let community know the topic areas that need to be addressed via the data. We believe research can be more beneficial when we
flip the script.
we believe in research focused on issues decided by the community. What's important to the community? The community is the one that knows the needs. And with this type of research, CBPR, it wasn't Suzanne that said, hey, I noticed that diabetes is prevalent, there needs to be cancer awareness in the Crow community. No, it's asking us, asking me and other community members, what's important to you? This is your community, you know the needs. And that's when we pursue, research opportunities.
The next belief is that it's a priority for research to benefit the institution and its researchers. We believe research can be more beneficial when we
flip the script.
So we believe in research that is in service to communities. So in addition to benefiting institutions, in addition to benefiting researchers, we believe that it's service and improving health that's important. Here in Montana, there's a 15-year life expectancy difference between indigenous people and white people. And so our job is to really provide services, education, and work with community to eliminate those health disparities.
So researchers collect data from community members, leave the community, and publish the results so that the research community can learn about health issues. We believe research can be more beneficial when we
flip the script.
So we believe in research where any data that is gathered benefits the community directly. And so from the very beginning, when Suzanne and I did the research, we did this survey with women, 100 women, 18 years and older, Crow women. And we told them that this survey that they were doing, the results of it was going to directly benefit them. We have to keep our word, establish that integrity, that trust, that what we're doing is going to directly benefit them, their health. And like I said, we establish that trust. And we just don't disappear, and even sharing the results during community meetings is very important.
The next idea is that researchers write and receive grants and provide stipends to community members who help with the research. We believe research can be more effective when we
flip the script.
We believe in research that financially benefits tribal communities and universities equally. A number of years ago, we took on the task of turning the Absalgat arm of our project into a 501c3 nonprofit. This was no small task, but now there's an indigenous 501c3 at Crow who can receive grants, who can receive IDCs, who can do subcontracts, and it really equalizes some of the power that money brings.
Since university faculty have PhDs and expertise, they are the best people to lead community research. We believe research can be more beneficial when we
flip the script.
We believe in research where community and university researchers are equal partners. Just like right now, this is the way we present all the time. And when there's publications to be done, I'm a co-author, including students, including our board. And so we honor, there's a mutual understanding and honor and respect for each other's expertise. The expertise that Suzanne has as a PhD researcher from an institution, and the expertise that she honors as Crow people, the cultural strengths and resources that we have. We combine them for a positive result.
I want to point out the top left picture where we're playing our version of pin the tail on the donkey, which is pin the cervix on the lady. This is how we learn anatomy. The next one is community members are fortunate to learn from external researchers. This empowers community members. We believe research can be more effective when we
flip the script.
So we believe in research that builds everyone's capacity. One example of this is in a data analysis context. So when I went to school, I learned to do qualitative analysis, so interview analysis, by reading interviews and pulling themes from those interviews and then putting those themes together. we were in a community meeting with our board. We do the analysis together, and one of the elders said, we don't break apart our stories. They said, this is not a proper or good way to do analysis in an Apsáalooke context. So we stepped back and we took 9 months to figure out a new way to analyze stories. We have published those results, and the publication has gone out and is influencing and helping other research projects.
Since they lead the research, university researchers should present their community research. So we believe when research can be more beneficial when we believe in publications and presentations that are done together with university and community partners. So like I shared already, we present together, we co-author together. And it's just, there's very few times that we ever go off, to a conference alone. We present together, and that shows our true partnership. So thank you. Aho. Any questions? Or do we need to flip the script?
So how long have you been in partnership? And briefly, can you tell us your most exciting projects that you've had?
So we met since 1996, but actually I guess the first community CBPR funded project was 2001. So it still goes way back. We always just mention, because it was just establishing that relationship as partners. Suzanne's willingness to come to the Crow community and just learn more about the culture, take part in activities, and also for us to learn more about the university too, and the system and how it works and how we can best work together.
Have you learned any, have you identified the best management tools that your own communities can use to manage chronic illness? And which illnesses? Sorry.
I'll ask you that. So, have you identified the best practices for managing certain chronic illnesses, and which ones are they? Which tools and which illnesses are you addressing in your community?
So I'll share a little bit our current project right now that we are actually kind of evaluating that we just implemented. So really with our culture, sharing words of advice in Crow language, it's Bandala. And that's how wisdom and knowledge has been shared through our generations. And it's a very strong way of our culture. That's how a young person is nurtured and guided in the pathway of life. And so we're utilizing that and bringing people together. And someone that has a chronic illness themselves that we call, it's a mentor or a bawanili, the one that provides advice. And so with our kinship and our closeness, so bringing support group, the support group setting and atmosphere, coming together and bonding, knowing that they are not alone, that they can come together and learn information, but it's that coming together, which is something that's another very strong way of our culture. We used to go just visit homes, just as a whole family, we go and visit another Crow family's home and stay there all day. That's how you know who your relatives are. That's how you know what's going on with each other and spending that quality time. So that has been very effective, and like I said, that's our current project right now, funded by NIH, and we're still evaluating, and Suzanne might be able to share a little more.